welcome back to the channel, guys. This is going to be a quick review of MiniArt's P-47D. This obviously is RAF boxing, so let's get into it. Right, so this is obviously the kit. There isn't much to see on the box. Schemes included. Advanced kit, bit of a worry. And again, cartograph decals. So just open them up. So this is what we need to have a good look at. I'm going to debag this. Off camera, just to cut the noise down, and we can get on with it. Instructions to start with. Kit number is 48012 if you needed to know. Tells you what we're going to have to do. So then we start. Oh right. Oh okay. So we're starting off with colour schemes. Quite nice, which is absolutely what you'd want from an RAF Thunderbolt. Absolutely great. Look at them. Gives kind of a nice indication on what sort of weather you need to go for if you was unsure. Oh yeah, there you go. Look at that. This is it. This is it. This is what we're after. So we go on to the parts layout. Got some PE in this. Onto the right. The instructions then are in your face, which is a good thing if you're struggling with eyes. Which you know, when you get to a certain age, you struggle with your eyes. So this is great. This is right. You can see right into it, which is ace. So we got some seat belts to go on. It's all pretty, I guess it's kind of pretty straightforward. We're going to have the cockpit decals. Obviously we'll get to them shortly. Colour call-outs. I haven't seen colour call-outs. Oh right, okay. So your colour call-outs then are on the back here. So if you want to have a look at that, if you needed any of these paints. Yeah, so oh look, Warren, we'll get into that. So yeah, so it looks like the instructions are pretty, although they do look a bit jumbled up, they are, if you go through every section, they are pretty clear. There's not much in the cockpit. Well, I say there's not much in the cockpit. Looks like it's highly detailed. Fuselage going together here. You've got your undercarriage bits. Is this the rear wheel? Tail wheel? Oh, good God. For experienced modelers. Assembly of the engine. Wow, wait, look at that lot. That looks going to be awesome. That looks like that's going to be absolutely awesome. Probably might need to just keep an eye on your colours here. Maybe create your own little legend somewhere so you've got all your colour call-outs, you know what you're doing. So that goes together. The engine goes together on the front of the fuselage. Pretty standard. So we've got with the... Alright, looks like we can display this, obviously. Can we get the panels are separate, so presumably we could have one panel off. I'll have to get into that. There's the tail wheel. Undercarriage, wheel wells, I should say. Don't look too bad, not too fussy. Gun bays, a bit more fussy. But at least we get the option of having them. still going. Gun bays on the other wing. Drop flaps. A little bit of PE here. Yeah, still going. Undercarriage. We've got 3 pages. That looks complicated, doesn't it? 3 pages for the wings. You won't really know until you get into it, of course. Well, clearly we're going to have the gun bays open. You know, they've got to, if the kit manufacturer's gone into this much length to give you the option, then you'd be a bit churlish of you not to do it, really. Underneath, wings going on. Yeah, once the wings are on, look, you're pretty much there. We've got a whole range of drop tanks, paper tanks. We've got some bombs, all sorts of bombs. So you check what you're doing. I imagine this is just not. This ain't going to be RAF you know what I mean. So just check what squadron had what they carried, what bombs. So stencil detail, not that many, and then wow, look at this. So you get for experienced modelers, so you get like a little wiring diagram for the engine and the a wheel well, which is pretty damn good. Engine builds up really nicely, doesn't it? It'd be a shame to hide that under that cowling. And here are your bombs again, look. Oh well, it does say RAF or ornament, so maybe it is RAF specific. Clearly you need to check what scheme you're going for. Decals, or decals I call them. Stencil decals. Pretty matte. Look pretty good. Cartograph, they're going to be, says so. They're going to be pretty damn good indeed. Carafilm is hardly anything. If you're worried about it, you could probably cut out the inside of that square. Damn tiny little, oh well, I can't even read that naturally. Presumably it's spelt correctly. Main decals. There's your instrument panel. This looks a lot. What's the word? I want to say better. Professional. Don't know. Than the Corsair decals, I've got to admit, because they're ever so flat. Well, I say ever so flat, like an eggshell to them. Whereas the Corsair was shiny as anything. Again, hardly any carrier film on the RS and the NV. The inside 30, if he was worried about it, you could inside the 0, you could cut that away. I don't think you need to worry about it. Nice little sheet. And while we're about it, this must be photo etch, which it is. I'm trying to get it too shiny. No, well, photo etch. It's not coloured, which is the main thing. Belts, stuff for the bombs here, I guess, and then mainly a lot of it are more bombs, fins. And then a lot of it's going to be for probably the bit for the engine here, gun sight, don't lose that. Yeah, so bombs, belts, engine, and obviously there's going to be a bit for the undercarriage. Possibly a little bit thick, I guess, but not too bad. It's got the film on it. So you'd cut them out and they won't go flying. Although it has got sprue connections, if you like, which is a bit could do with not having it. If it's going to be of film on both sides, you could have done with not having these connection points, and then you would actually cut them out and they'd stay where they are. But yeah, nice bit of photo etch. Now I'm going to take these sprues how they came out the box. So we'll go with the fuselage first. Now, huge injector pins, they'll have to go obviously, but there ain't no denying that. Look at that, that is absolutely lovely. And clearly the other side is exactly the same. It doesn't like the detailed tails off or anything. Gonna have to reinstate this, of course. Unlike the Corsair, which had fillets on top and bottom, so there was no concern of losing detail on joins. You know, having to tidy up your joins and that. On this one, on the top there, definitely. But pretty good, pretty good. So this is the open gun bay wing. Look at that. Again, catch that in the light. Look at that. Again, another one that we like rivets. Just absolutely gun breeches, bit plain, I guess. But, you know, certainly better than I could do. Back of the seat looks lovely. Ammunition. Paint them individually. Part of the engine mount. Really nice. On the inside, nothing on the inside. A bit on the wheel well, look. Oh yeah, look at this, look here. Oops, excuse me. So this must be gun bay doors. Undercarriage doors, look at that. Both raised and recessed. This is the engine cowling inside here, raised and recessed. Wow. Wow. Advanced kit. So you do have the option of closing the wing should you wanted to, if that was your want. Top of the engine cowling. Engine cowling. That's the combing for the cockpit. This is the top of the engine cowling there. Hope you can see this. I'm just doing this justice. This is really really very good. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Excellent. Excellent. Okay, looks like I've got some engine here. Gearbox. Nice. Raised and recessed, of course. Pipes, exhaust pipes. Don't quite know how these fit together, but looks like you might need to drill them out, but or you probably won't even see them, to be honest. You won't see the ends of what I'm getting at. Yeah, nice little sprue. So we've got some wheels, 2 different treads, is it 2 or 3? 2, isn't it? So check your wheels. You're either going to be like that or like that. You're probably going to have to rescribe the detail, reintroduce your detail if you're taking away that seam. and they're not weighted either, which is, you know, one of them, innit? Bits and pieces. They're the guns, or the muzzles, I should say. Might change them for brass ones. Cockpit floor, or cockpit side panels, and instrument panel. Nice, nice, look nice, look at that. That's lovely, that is lush. Don't fancy painting it, mind, but that, it really is lush. Someone could do a really nice job of that. Cockpit floor, what's that, back of the cockpit, it just sits there, I guess. Rudder pedals, yoke. Don't break it as you take it off. Yeah, that's really nice, really lovely. Props. Connection points on the sprue isn't on the blade, which is always a bugbear of mine. Nice and thin. Yep, no problem with that one. Now we do have double sprues, so we'll only obviously look at the one. So first off the bat we get another, so you're going to get another pair of wheels. Separate hubs. Well, the back hub isn't, front hub is. And that one is weighted. Oh, okay. This one's weighted and the other two aren't. So this is the that's nice, nicely detailed, the paper drop tank. Bombs, nicely detailed on here on this drop tank. Solid hub. Long way around, that way around. Yeah, again, nice. A couple of bits here, another prop, different props. There's two styles of props. Check your references, and looks like you've got some under the wing bits here. There's for your landing light and some panels. Last big sprue, or last proper sprue, we've got some more cockpit, looking lovely. Another set of rudder pedals. Check your references, or just check the keep an eye on that. Back of the seat, which with moulded seat belts. Take your choice. What have we got here? A bit of the supercharger. Lovely detail on the rudder. You can have it in flight by the look of it. Two-piece flaps, ailerons. There's no flash. I can't see any flash. Can't see any mismolds. There are quite a few injector pins. You have to come across that and get rid of them as and when. Obviously, if they're going to be hidden, don't waste your time with it. And finally, the clear sprue. I'm not going to get this out, if you don't mind. You can see that it's absolutely bang on. There's no mask set for this, so although that's pretty easy to do yourself, isn't it? It looks pretty clear. You'd have the cockpit open, the canopy open anyway. Gun sight, is that? Yeah, gun sight's quite nice. Wow! Hey, yeah, what do you think to that? That looks absolutely lush. The advanced kit is a bit of a worry at the beginning. You know, think what you've got to get through to get to the end of the build, so to speak. But no, looks really good. Obviously, how it goes together remains to be seen. We don't know that because I haven't built it, of course. But yeah, great. Good schemes. Absolutely up our street there. Look at that. Box art's really good. Just a great package. We'll have to look on the decals for the instrument panel. I don't like replacing kit parts unnecessarily. Work with what you've got. It's okay if you're replacing parts, in my opinion, if you're replacing parts from an older kit or a kit that's fundamentally wrong, then fine. But this is obviously brand new. It's they know more than I do. I think it's going to be great, and I think it's going to be ace. So I'm just going to build it out of the box and hope for the best. Yeah, just got to pick a scheme now. Brilliant. This might not be out for a little while, but I just thought it was here lying around, and I've been dying to have a look at it. I didn't want to open the bags, obviously, without yada 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 yada. Anyway, if you like what you see here on this video or other videos that you see, please give me a like and a subscribe and a click the bell thing. It just helps me, well, helps the channel grow as much as it can. All right, chaps. I'll see you soon.